This is our save. Okay. Going to a new location. Ooh. Oh. Oh, wow. A plant. I didn't know those graves were teleports. Huh. How did you find this location? No matter, you seek information, no doubt. What is this place? This is the entrance to the Bulhulaya, the maze of knowledge and home to our Lord, Ganesha. Would you like to learn more about the pool? Yeah. The Bulhulaya was constructed to hold the writings of Lord Ganesha. These writings being older than the karmic cycle itself. Ganesha was the first being created by the Creator, and it has since kept records of the known universe. Whatever knowledge you may seek more than likely can be found within. Be aware that the Yaya is a massive, sprawling maze. Writings are spread within the maze. This was to deter a woman named Mara from entering and reading the writings. The maze has one entrance and no exits, unless you are given a candelabrum. This item will allow you to return here from multiple occasions within the maze. Take this candelabrum, but do not lose it. Should you wish to enter the maze, please speak to me at any time. Should you wish to return to this later, the candelabrum will open portals to this library on the later floors of the tower. I wish you luck. Oh. So this goes back to the grave, I think. Interesting. So are each of these gravestones a place? No, I just happened to super luck out when I interacted with that one gravestone. Wow. Interesting. Fascinating. Let's go through this, I guess. you. You lecture? Get real. I've taught before. Very informally, but I've done that before. Hello, I'm a collector of sorts. Should you have any items to pawn off, I will exchange them for dust. I can't sell it, huh? Interesting, malt liquor only gives you 10. Interesting. Let's save first. I would love to enter this. Akpadatria. Yeah, misconceptions. Akbaditadia. The creator of all life, with rather unknown origins. Many beings are afraid of him should they even learn of his existence. The idea of some unknown divine creator strikes fear into the hearts of many. However, he's not anyone to be fearful of. It is true that he cares not for our affairs or laws, but he does care about us, his creations. I think he is a rather lonely creator, as he is always welcoming of guests to come and chat. The crows, whose origins are also unknown, would rather he speak to no one. I am unsure as to why this is. I was the first being created by Akbatadia, or so he tells me. I believe the crows predate me. In fact, I am unsure as to who is older, Akbatadia or the crows. Interesting. Okay, we can sprint, that's nice. Oh, does this just take me back? Huh. But then if I go this way, this is going to take me to the graves, right? Yeah, okay. Oh wait, no, right. I think I went backwards. Yeah. Yeah. This is the way I want to go. I think. Okay, actually no, there isn't much down here. Then we want to go this way. This will lead us back to that bookcase, I think. Yeah, here's the bookcase. Here's the other portal back. Let's go this other way. There's a lot of nothing in this area. This is gonna take me back, I assume. Not surprised. Was this something I missed here? I forgot. Yeah, there's this way. Let's go this way first. Oh yeah, there's a lot here. I assume this is going to just take me back. Yeah. Oh, I think we found a place. Huh. Guess let's talk to this or interact with this. I am old. So old I have seen the rise and fall of many kingdoms. Most I have forgotten. There is one I will never forget, however. The kingdom of Agadi. The first of all kingdoms, I was a member of Agadi. There were 7 of us in this realm, excluding our creator, bringing us to 8. The most charismatic of our group was a man named Parnassus. Parnassus has, in the construction of castle for us, eventually he slowly turned hostile, and none of us wanted to be a slave to a being who was supposed to be our equal. Oh no! Oh jeez. If you cancel out of that close menu, I can't leave. Oh no, the game is bugged. Ugh. Dang it. Well, I guess we're, I can't do... I could save now and just soft lock myself. Lovely. Yeah, there's no way out of this. Okay. Quick tip. Do not, do that. Okay, we made it back here at least. Interesting, more books. As more life, not just humans, began to discover nirvana, energy began to flow in most wonderful ways, presenting itself in the forms of old memories, worlds, and a highway of souls. This would carve out in this karmic cycle as souls were any longer physical human life demand of, or race was being a spiritual realm. The crows had constructed a large tower that had served as protector and gateway to Nirvana. It also aided in the rebirth of life should they not reach the top of the tower. Okay. We have learned, do not cancel out of that menu. And I assume this is just going to take us back to the start. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, this is a dead end. Okay, we did check out this fork and there was nothing here, I'm pretty sure, if I recall. I'm just double checking this one. This is just takes you to a dead end, right? Yeah, okay, I did check this out. Okay, yeah, this whole thing is a dead end. Good to know. Did this book already? And then let's go back this way, because there's the room over here. Yeah, I'll read this, because maybe it triggers something. Make sure not to cancel out of it. Anything in this larger room? Okay, so there's like a path to our left and a path in the bottom right. I guess let's do this just in case. It almost certainly takes us back, but you know, let's double check. Let's go the left way first. Oh, another portal, huh? And then another portal. There's a lot of portals here. Alright, let's go this way first. I think this is where we started. Yeah, we can check this out as well. Okay. So much maze wandering in this game. I'm not usually a fan of maze wandering. Actually, I don't know if I've ever been a fan of maze wandering. Let's put that more precisely. I'm not really a fan of mazes. Alright, we're back here. Interesting, I doubled back. Let's go this way, I guess. We didn't go this way, I don't think. Ooh, another book. Sankara. These are fabrications, to bodily fabrications, verbal fabrications, mental fabrications. These are called fabrications. Vinana. I can't tell if that's supposed to be an H or if that's like an Enya, a tilde. It's like Vinyana. There are 6 types of consciousness: eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and intellect consciousness. Namparupa. Namarupa. Feeling, perception, intention, contact, and attention. Shumba and Lab came up with an idea similar to David's wheel. Rather than grow out of system must, samsara was. We are how first to accept this cycle, but these next humans that were made would eventually take control of the karmic cycle themselves. These next era of humans had once again yearned for freedom from their emotions. Upon David's death, Mara had escaped her prison, a wrongful imprisonment where she was forgotten out after being used. She had, I'm going to say, been tortured in her views. Humans had no right to their, or interesting. Among the Deva, it is widely considered that Ganesha was the first creation of Aktadya. This is, however, false. Not even he recollects the truth. He hails from another fallen group of early creations of Aktadya. Parvati, a lonely wife to an absent husband named Shiva. Parvati, in her pit of despair seeking companionship, had decided to create her own child using a portion of her own life force. Many years later, Shiva had finally returned to his wife. Parvati was having a bath with young Ganesha, serving as guard. Shiva, refusing to be stopped and demanding to see his wife, decided to lop off the head of the boy. See, this reminds me. This is a thing in, I think this might actually be like, I forget what work this is, but I recall reading something similar to this in Hinduism. Because I believe they have one deity who has the head of an elephant. And I think he got his head cut off, and then they replaced it with the head of an elephant. So he's like an elephant-headed deity. Or maybe not a deity, I don't remember quite what it is, but a character of mythology that is an elephant-headed person. Huh. Okay. Oh, dang! Oh, dang it! Oh, wait, what? Wait, I want to try that again. Oh, maybe I was able to close it? Weird. Okay, now I'm not able to close it. That's weird. I don't know what's going on, but it looked like I was able to abort the soft lock if I do it really quickly. But if I wait, I can't get out of it anymore. Weird. I assume this just takes me out. Pretty sure I've read this. Yeah. Oh, huh, neat. I wasn't expecting anything back here. The destruction of the humans of Agadi had only caused more problems. The energy used to create them could not be destroyed, and had to be used to create something new. A wonderful garden was made that was exclusive to humans. There are many stories as to what truly happened in this garden, or as to what it was. Humans of later years believe that this garden was the birthplace of sin. Our creator had our creator had known it would be unfair for all his creations to live forever if they did not wish to. An apple was placed in this garden. If the humans chose, they could eat this apple and all life would end. You would think, why would these humans choose to end themselves? Surely they would not. It is not the case, however. I am sure as to what event and that human history caused them to do it, but they did eventually eat the apple. Interesting. I'm gathering that the creator for this game just looked at the sort of mythologies of many different religions and decided to sort of mash them together, with slight alterations, of course. I think oh, I don't know if I've been here. These humans that David went so far as to watch over for his entire lifetime were growing out of control. Population was far too high, causing mass despair. David would go on to end the humans he had watched over. Tales were written about these apocalyptic times called the Book of Something. David something, he was demons events, his power to create these demons. Before David would take his own life, he would give the massive amount of energy that humans had amassed to the original 7 beings made. They were not just 7 of us any longer, however. The Kala Chakra had allowed me and my peers to reproduce as well. We had sons, daughters who also had sons and daughters. We outlived the human race, but we are still mortal. The original 7 now deemed... okay, so the box is... Alright, we're gonna have to soft lock ourselves to read this. The original 7 now deemed Devas were quite old. We did not care in the slightest about humans. Our creator could not stop these humans from wishing to end their lives no matter what he did. He had given up on these humans that had now passed the duty of deciding how to handle the destruction of the humans onto David. This would be the last time Akbatadia ever meddled with his creations. He had vowed to never create again. David came to me of all people for advice. His people wished for death, but energy could not be destroyed. He had asked me what to do with the energy of his people. David, upon being given his duty, was now able, I assume, to create. Was now able to create something anew. Okay, yeah, they forgot the infinitive. It's so odd to me when I'm reading. It's like sometimes just grammatical errors will like jump out at me. But if I'm speaking, it's like my grammar and my sentences barely make any sense. It's kind of a weird nuance. Of himself and his fellow man, he, however, did not know what to create. We pondered what to do with this energy for 7 days until David leapt without a word one night. David had returned to where Parnassus was still imprisoned, killing him and using his life energy to instead create a new grand Killing and using this life energy to instead create a new grand sense of time. Cobalt Chakra was born, a large wheel that would push energy, allowing it to freely flow rather than be straight. Okay. Oh, that's not what I... Shit. I went too far. Whoops. Oh, God. Let's get this back up. Okay. I think I've read this one before. Okay, I read this one. I think I read this one. I'll double check it though. Oh yeah, we already read this. Alright, I think we might be reaching the end of what there is for me to read here. Or at least what I feel like finding, because I'm find myself doubling back a bunch. Yeah, we've been here. Alright, I think we're good to go, at least for now. I'll be sad if there's something to find out about this, instead of this just being like, here's a lore dump. Alright, well that's a big lore dump. I guess we'll just accept it at that. I read the skybox for this area. What just happened? What on earth? Uh... Hmm... Is this just a surprise gotcha death? Oh, wait, never mind. It teleported me a place. I didn't realize that. Okay. I was like, wait, I couldn't move. Okay, never mind. That would have been really annoying. Oh, we're back here again. I remember being here. Why did it take me back here? Okay. I've kind of already done everything here. Oh, I remember you. I don't think there's anything that I missed here. I guess let's leave. With all your imperfections, you can do anything. There's no such thing as perfect after all. Alright, we're back here. I think this is the one that takes me to the graveyard. Yeah, this is the graveyard. Okay, we already did this. I feel like this is the place that gets me. Okay, that wasn't the place that teleports you back by surprise. Why are we back here all of a sudden? Is there also like one of those invisible monsters that teleports you? Weird. There's like an invisible thing there, I noticed. Yeah, there's something that appears there. Weird. Oh. Well, things look different here at least. Ow. There are definitely invisible monsters teleporting me in this area. Yeah. This game. Why are you doing this to me? What happens if I back up into you? Interesting. Oh. Are we done? You have entered a memory. You can feel how moist the air is. Go forward. The wind blew. Drops of dew on the tree leaves fall on you. You've never been here before, but it feels like you have many times. Let's go left. It smells like burning flesh. Am I in your way? Who is the crow deity Akbatadia? Really? You have the gall to ask us directly? We'll take you to him. Oh. Oh my. Neat. You may hate us, we don't care. I don't think I have that strong of an opinion about you. If it isn't our favorite mentally ill soul. Really? You? It's me. What are you doing here? You may hate us, we don't care. Okay, you've said that one before. Hello, Neen. Welcome, welcome. I don't know why you think I hate you. We are gifted to shepherd. We are gifted to shepherd to aid in their work. Okay. You may hate us. We're gifted to shepherd to aid their work. Really? You? I think, have we found all of the unique dialogues? Okay. Alright, we have found our way to the crow god, Akbatadia, I think. Oh shit, we have raiders? My apologies. I I can't see raids because this game does not like having other things open at the same time. But welcome to everyone who is coming here and to whoever raided me. This game is certainly something. We're about to talk to the Crow God. Oh shit, RT was raiding? Oh man, I missed that. Why are you here? Do you know what I am? We've only decided to indulge in this request due to you being the next shepherd. What questions do you have? Oh, neat. Who are you and the crows? Akbataria, the crows are my eyes. I am the creator of all that exists. I do not meddle, I only watch. I read a lot about you. I think you created Ganesha? Yeah. Okay. I only watch. I do not make rules. Rules and laws across the universe have been made by the beings I created themselves. I heard about them. They're interesting people. Yeah. I don't even know quite how to describe the lore. For like the first hour of this game, I was just wandering this library maze reading random pieces of text that gave me impressions that this game is based off of Hinduism? They were doing a lot of Buddhism, but I got a lot of Hinduism as well. Actually, let me miss my audio. My audio is clipping a little bit. You can see how great this application is by what happens when I stop using it. Because everything screws up. Because RPG Maker is a well-made application. Alright, let's turn that down so I don't clip a ton. Okay. There we go. Yeah. I don't even know quite how to describe all the lore I read in the first hour of this stream. All I know is, I think there was some... I think there was some strange... What was it? I don't quite know what I read, other than I think there was some deity who was, like, writing a lot about the existence of the early universe. And how I think there was some story about how they turned energy cycles that basically is life. Life used to be linear, but I think humans wanted to die or something. It was really strange. And I think one of the creators, David, did something to turn, I think, energy and life into a circle. So it's like everything is a cycle now as opposed to being a linear thing. Which strikes me as very Hinduist, because I think they talk about how time is a circle in Hinduism. So I think they took... I think they did that. They also talked about how this person, Mara... I don't quite remember what she was, but she seems like she's kind of the overarching villain of what's happening here, because they said Mara's at the top of the tower we're exploring, who has been involved in disrupting the cycle of souls in some way that I don't quite understand, but it sounded bad. But we find out she was wrongfully imprisoned for something that I don't really get to know, because not only is the lore very strange, and I don't quite understand it, but they do that thing in, like, they did in Myst, where Myst had, like, oh, here's a page, then you'll just be like, this page is burned, and you don't get to see what's here. They just have random ink splotches on the pages. To make it so that, like, the already confusing lore just has sections missing. Yeah. All I know is this is supposedly the deity of the universe we might be talking to. And I think he did some things in his early creation that he didn't really like. So he's like, he despaired over making humans, so he's just like, I don't create anything anymore. It's kind of, it's odd. It's very odd. Alright. I'm sure if you met the Muse Mel, the Muse were the creations of emotions. Emotional energy is a powerful thing, quickly getting out of control. One man deemed it suffering, stripping himself of feeling. For that to happen, one must reach a sort of enlightenment. The tower was constructed to aid this process. Thus, this karmic cycle was born. Chi seems rather scared of you. Why? Afraid of being cast back into the karmic cycle, maybe? I would not do this. I am not one to concern myself with these things. I just like to watch the flow of things I have made. I think it is time you go. I wish you luck. We will meet again. Alright. Now we do the thing that this game is kind of annoying to do. Because at so many points in this game, there are, what is it? Dialogue trees where you can just be like, you only have one chance to talk to this person ever, and so you just don't know what half of the dialogues are going to be, so you just have to reload if you actually want to see all of the dialogue. What is a shepherd? There's only been one shepherd. However, he has left that job since Mara has become what she has. The shepherd's job is to make sure all souls climb the tower. The shepherd must become someone who has a separation of functions between personality, thinking, memory, and perception, a curse created by the muse of tragedy. I am not sure. The crows have decided this. They like to make sure things stay on some sort of linear path. I do not, however, think that matters, as it would seem Mara wishes to create a new path. Yeah. Yeah, Mara seems to be bent on doing something with the karmic cycle. You ended up learning more than I ever thought you would. Who knew you could just ask? You should talk to Chi about this if we see him again. Oh yeah, and we see that weird girl. She's like our companion. Supposedly we're the only people who can see her because we're mentally ill enough to see her. No one else can see her though. Supposedly, although some beings supposedly can know of her existence. I don't really know what's going on there either. This is a door. Can I go through this? Okay, I cannot go through the door, sadly. Oh, one of you again. I wonder if I have to fight you if you're just going to be someone I talk to. There are in fact many doors, although none of them seem to be real. My head feels light as a feather. Brian, oh boy. Or Brian, there's no R. Or maybe it's Ryan, I can't tell with this font. I'm gonna say I think that's maybe supposed to be Ryan, but wait, no, we have a, I'm gonna go Ryan, because that makes more sense than Brian, but I really will never know. Alright, Silence spell. Let's do that one. Nice. Dang. Nice. Oh, hello. We near something fishy. Oh boy. Okay. Give this a go. Nice. What did I want to use? Sacrifice, yeah. Okay. Nice. Oh boy, we found some more cat ears. What is this? This is like a picture of like a crying face or something. Can I interact with this? Probably not. You can never really interact with the walls, I find. Alright, what do you have to tell me? Commander of the Goon Army. Oh no, not the Goon Army. Yeah. This game came out in like 2021. I don't remember if that term had gained its current connotations back then. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, like that's when I remember it. probably steal some HP from you. I only took 4 HP, dang. More cat ears? Man, I have so many cat ears. Okay. Oh, hello. So this is the end day. Okay, let's see what you have for sale. You shop or die now. Okay, I'll buy. Your prices are shit. But I guess I'll buy, I don't know. I'll buy one of those. You enter a memory. The city is still. You are wandering aimlessly. Stuck into the alley. You are being stared at. You wish you did not remember what happened next. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, hello! I remember you. What are you doing here, Chi? It's you! Can you feel it? A new dawn is coming. Are you truly going to meddle? What reason do you have for intervention? For me and you, it will not matter regardless. I have spoken to the crow deity. So you sought him out despite my warnings. This is good. You passed my test. I gave you that coin in an effort to encourage you to learn more. You are worthy of being the next shepherd, no doubt. However, there are other options. What are my options? No doubt Mara will try to persuade you. However, me and you can be freed from our curse. We do not need to be driven mad by endless existence. Yeah, you and... Yeah. I get the sense the person who made this might not be an English speaker. Like, if I were to guess where this person is from, I would guess Eastern Europe, is my guess. If you kill the muse of tragedy, souls like me and you will be allowed to reach nirvana. A harsh truth, but this path is to absolute freedom. I understand how you must be feeling. Let's talk about things somewhere else. I trust you will make the right choice. Free us both, please. I'm so tired. Can I talk to any of you? Huh. I guess we go talk to Mal. Huh. Is there anything else here, or is it truly just talking to Mal? Last time I was in a place like this, one of the random tombstones teleported me to like a huge plot area, so I kind of just want to interact with everything, because this game kind of does stuff like that. I guess let's give this a go. Mal? I created created a burden on you. I locked you into a never-ending karmic cycle with no hope of freedom. A soul with your illness has no hope of nirvana unless I die. Oh, that's true. This also person has also apologized to me for things that I have no idea what happened, because apparently I don't know everything. I sort of guess that I think my character loses all of their memory every time they go through this cycle. Promise me one thing, okay? You'll stop Mara, right? If I'm going to die, I want to make sure you at least promise me that. I'm willing to give my life so you can finally be free. It's interesting. I have a choice here. Do I want to... Interesting. Do we try and stop Mara, or do we tell Mel not to die? It's interesting. I I don't really have enough of an understanding and emotional connection to any of these outcomes to make a clear decision here. Where it's like, I don't know if I have a feeling either way. Let's not kill Mel. I've existed so long, I've never even considered the thought of dying. Do you remember any of your past lives, Gollum? No. That's a shame. One thing is certain, I won't be reaching Nirvana. This means we have a chance of meeting again, Gollum. Maybe one day I may even remember you once again in the next life. Thanks for the short time we spent together. Oh, I have an arm. The flowers are blooming. Goodbye, Gollum of thoughts. Oh, it didn't matter what I did. Huh. Yes. We are free at last. Do what you will with this newfound freedom. Strive for nirvana or return to samsara to experience an existence untouched by the burden of insanity. I kind of want to do the... What happens if I do the other option? What happens if I tell her... It was sort of like Christmas. Okay, surprised with joy in the family. What a strange answer. Okay, and this is the same dialogue. Okay, so there's no actual change in what happens. I wonder how I'm supposed to interpret that. Where this muse apparently trapped me in insanity, but then I give up on the muse and I could be a sane individual. It's kind of an interesting perspective. What I assume is on, I don't know, maybe artistry? Is this like a comment on an ending where you give up on the muse and it lets you be sane or something? I don't know. It's an interesting... That's one of those meta commentaries where I was like, I'm not really quite sure. It's found freedom. Or to experience an existence untouched by the burden of insanity. Alright. Well, goodbye, Mel. You were probably the best character in this, because you were actually developed. Oh, hello, another one of you? Where did this take me? Oh, we're here again! Yeah, this is where if you talk to this grave in particular... It takes you to the library, and then if you go in the library... You can enter the Bool something. And then this place is a complete fucking maze, but you get to read interesting pieces of lore. Interesting. Yep. But I already did this, and I'm not doing this again. God, no. I'm not doing that again. That place is an absolute nightmare of level design. We do quite a considerable amount of mental trickery and mockery of those who are unfortunate enough to fall victim to our clever little trap of social teasing. Ear. Nice. There we go. Alright, we got another skeleton friend. I feel like I could punch a hole through a bank vault right now. It's a nice feeling. Goody goods. Goodly good goods. Want more cute clothes? I would love more cute clothes, but I assume you have nothing good. Yeah, I already have all your stuff. But you do sell goods for pretty cheap, which is nice. You don't sell high potions, though. Interesting. I don't think I need any of your stuff, though. Okay. Oh my. This is loud. Welcome to my sixth heaven, the realm of desire. I already know your desire, Gollum. You have always wished for the separation of your functions between personality, thinking, memory, and perception, to once again be joined together as one, just like the tower shepherd before you. Come see me, Gollum. Anything else here? Oh, there's a crow. What do you have to tell me? This portal will take you back to the library, should you have unfinished there. I guess I could do that, but honestly, I don't really want to explore more of the library. There's probably some 100% ending that I could get if I just struggled in the library forever, but I don't really want to do that. I'm okay not getting the super special ending in a game that is so maze-like. Oh. Tree with the uncontrollable personality, thinking, memory, and perception. Do you realize you can never reach nirvana? Why did you come to bother me? You're no different from— I can't read this fast enough. You will leave me, I will cure you just as Devas have always done when creating a new shepherd. You, my friend, were given an unfair chance, but I can't read this fast enough. Cured, you can never reach nirvana. I will be to ever try. Yeah. Sorrow, the power of Diva and your desires. Okay. Accept the offer? I didn't even have time to read it. What? It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna reload. It's yes. All right. I can't. Uh, uh, I don't know why they thought that they should skip through that dialogue so quickly as they do, but whatever. I'll just reload and I'll probably get a chance to read it. With Mara's reason and the last shepherds accepting this, energy is no longer free flowing. The Kaleshas of man being the spear had to break the cycle and create a new world under one creator. The Bodhi tree is no more, and the tower has collapsed into a swamp, Mara's prison becoming the very algae flowing through the soup. You will be my son, judge the living and the dead before and after their bodily resurrection. Be the prophet of my new world. Karma is now in our hands. We are now the creators, not fate. Hmm. Quixote/Justin. Interesting. Yeah, definitely a well then. I think. I also can't do anything here. None of the inputs do anything. Well, I can't do anything, so, I guess I'm gonna just close the program. I can't really do anything. Alright, well, we sided with Mara. I get the impression that I don't know if that was a good thing. I don't feel like I have enough understanding of the game to really have much of an opinion on that, other than didn't sound too bad. I guess we established a new karmic cycle, which isn't terrible. That's happened before, so it's like, oh no, this doesn't work out. Crap. All right. Lies before you, surrounded by small. Why did you come to bother me? You are no different from any other shepherd. I offer you a chance. For a chance. Natural law of dependent origin, and nothing you do here will matter as your illness causes you to live outside of karma. So, sure, the power of a diva, all your desires will be at your fingertips. Okay, so she's basically letting me be some sort of deity in the new order that she's creating. Uh, doesn't sound too bad. See, that's the impression I got too. See, this game does some things that, like, its narrative is very disjointed, and it hides a lot. So I really don't know I don't have a ton to say other than this sounds like some Hinduism stuff, and I know we're walking through a karmic cycle, which I think is kind of just like the idea that, your life energy gets reborn, and so it's like a reincarnation cycle. And I think we're going through a reincarnation cycle basically. But one of the deities wants to change that basically, which is sort of like, I don't really have much of an opinion on that because I don't really have much of a connection to what that means. So it's like I have the opinion if things are just kind of happening, and it's like, that sounds a little interesting. I have no emotional attachment to like any of the systems or the worlds. I had a little bit of a social attachment to Mel because she's like talks to you a lot throughout the game, and it's like, I thought she was neat. I got the impression that there's more to her character that she wasn't telling you, so I don't know if she's like, I don't know. I don't know if labels such as good or bad are easily given in this game. Yeah. It's like we're working through the mythology of a very interesting world, but it's like the laws of reality and what actually is being experienced doesn't really translate to what I can understand, which kind of makes sense for deities. But it just gives me not really a whole lot of context, and it's like, sure, this is fine. It's like the lore talks about like killing entities and beheading them, but they don't die and stuff like that. So I don't even know if death means anything to any of these people. And so it's like I don't really know what any of this means in connection to how I perceive the world. Which I think is neat. It's like it definitely sounds like you're talking about mythology. But I'm like, should I accept Mara's offer? I really have no context if this is good or bad at all. Yeah. It's interesting, is what I will say. But let's say no. The creation of phenomena is taken care of by dependent origination no longer, as I have freed all souls from the karmic cycle. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it can be gathered. Upon gathering all of the life that passes through this realm, I will create a new world in my image. Angelic Mara. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And so it's like, this is. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. They have talked about this. And what's interesting is, like, in the lore that I went in that awful labyrinth library, they talk about this has happened before. We didn't even used to. We didn't have a karmic cycle, supposedly, in the beginning of this lore. That was created afterward, I think by David, one of the original deities of this realm, or something. So it's like, if someone else wants to, rebel and change the karmic cycle into something else, I'm like, that's fine. Angelic Mara emerged. Oh, nice, Hordian. Let's see how hard this is. Oh, you made a commander deck. Nice. I never used my malt liquor, huh? Oh no, I'm poisoned. That's not good. Ooh. Nice. I wonder how much HP she has. I should use an item. Or a malt liquor. Let's see, let's drink some malt liquor. We did it! With the downfall of Ascended Mara, threads of dependent origination have been restored. You feel a warmth fall over you, a gratitude of millions of souls barely satisfied. I guess this I guess this is a better ending. I don't have it's like Mara was taking souls and siphoning them off the karmic cycle to use them to create a new universe in her image, which is like if this was like a normal universe, I'd say that's probably not good. But I'm so detached from what normal or even good is in this universe that I'm not even certain on that. It seems like a better ending. I don't really have much context for Mara, other than I found out I think she's better than she's played off, because when I was reading the like deep lore, I found out she was wrongfully imprisoned, and so like she's not bad in the way that she's being portrayed by other characters, is the sense I got. But this does seem like a better ending. Although I still don't even know what she was in prison for in the first place, because I may have missed something, but that library, I'm never going back to that library. That library was the biggest area of this entire game, and it was so much of a maze. You awaken next to a grazing horse. As you walk through the forest, you see the sun begin to rise. The sky is filled with blinding lights. The Bodhi tree is welcoming you at last. Sit under the tree? Sure. Hmm. Hmm. I give this game a rating of Hilux out of 10. I'd say the writing was very, like, random for a lot of it, at least in the beginning. The beginning just felt like just random dialogue generated almost by an AI. It wasn't, like, that bad, but it was really strange and disconnected. Um, it started to make sense towards the end a little bit what the hell was even going on. Exactly. I think the game design of this was pretty mediocre. I I generally prefer experiences like this to be more like, I don't know, fewer mazes. It's like I'm not a fan of mazes. And for a story this like abstract is maybe the word for it. I'd rather prefer if the lore wasn't just scattered throughout a giant maze so that I have no idea what's going on. Like, I know it's an artsy thing to be like, oh, it's, you know, you don't know what's going on, but I don't know. I'm less interested in that narrative style as I get older, and I just like I don't want to waste my time doing this. Like, please, as with many games, please respect my time. I am interested enough in your world already. Don't make it harder on me to just even grasp what you're even trying to say. Uh, Other aspects out of it. I thought the music was pretty good. I liked that. I thought the art design was very good. Like, just look at the cover here, and it's just like, all right, I'm all about whatever the hell's going on in this art design. Big fan of that. Uh, yeah, just the way the narrative is paced and the maze-like level design are the only things I'm like, please don't ever do this again. uh, all right. Well, I think I said my piece on this game. That was we didn't really have much of this because I was pretty much at the end of it when we last played this. So we will be picking up a new game in a short moment. I also learned this game actually has a sequel. Let me see if I can pull that up. And I'm like, I don't know. It definitely looked fascinating. Or that's not what I wanted to do. Shit. Yeah, Disillusion ST. They made a sequel, but with much higher production value and what appears to be like actual 3D graphics. And I was like, it looked very strange and up my alley, so I might play this.